So it is official, Abu Dhabi is actually getting a Disney theme park. It's actually, honestly, I saw inklings of this on YouTube about 4 years ago, but nothing was confirmed. It was all just speculation at that point, but it's officially come out today on Disney's YouTube channel. They have released the trailer. The trailer looks very slick, and I want to break that down a little bit, and then obviously we need to address a couple of elephants in the room as well. So I'm going to watch the trailer again real quick, so do come along with me. It starts out pretty slick, pretty classic, exactly what you'd expect. We've got the construction of the older parks, obviously Anaheim, clips of Disney, clips of Mickey, all the classic films. It's exactly what you'd expect from a big announcement trailer. Okay, right, I'm going to pause it right here. So this is our first look at the actual sort of concept art for the map. So it's obviously going to be a waterfront. It looks like they're actually going to, because there's water in the front, and it looks like there's water in the back as well. So I'm wondering if they're buying one of those man-made islands, kind of like the Palm Islands. So I'm gonna have a quick look at this. So straight out the gate, you've got the great big white castle in the middle. I am digging the Elsa vibes on that. That thing looks amazing. If they can actually pull that off, that would be pretty cool. So I'm just scanning what looks like their sky, and there's a big red tall thing. I've got no idea what that's going to be. It could be an Avengers thing. That looks like a haunted mansion. In the middle, just off to the left. I've got no idea what's just below that big red tower. Could be more Avengers stuff maybe, which would make sense. And what else we got? Okay, so there's another big sort of mountain type thing off to the right hand side of the screen. It's actually half cut by the screen. That looks suspiciously like Big Thunder Mountain. No idea what that tunnel thing is. No idea what that thing is in the background. It looks kind of like Tower of Terror. It also looks very Avengers-y, so I wonder if it was Cosmic Rewind. Because it looks like they've got a convention centre type thing off on the far left. Or that could be the hotel. But they have actually got an adventure aisle down on the front left-hand side, just below where the castle is. That is definitely a skull. That is definitely a pirate ship. So I think Captain Jack's is going to be at this park, which actually, I'm actually quite glad that's coming back. So what else we got here? There's a lot of purple in here, which I can't identify. I've got no idea what that is. But yeah, the main parts of the skyline are this big tower in the background on the right-hand side, which, as I said, not sure if it's Cosmic Rewind or if it's Tower of Terror or what. There's another mountain that's half cut out of the screen, even further on the right, which it looks like Big Thunder Mountain. Kinda, sorta. I could be wrong. It could be Lion King stuff. I'm not sure. Could be Pride Rock. And as I said, there's the big red tower, which I'm looking at it. It looks like the tower in the third Thor film. So I'm assuming that's Avengers based, and then obviously there's more Avengers-y looking stuff down just below that, and then obviously you've got the great big white castle with the very sort of Elsa vibe to it, which honestly, I'm looking at this artwork, it looks cool. I see what they're going for, and I've got hope for it. I'll put that out there and say it. I have hope. Tech at this park could be through the roof. Could be a lot of virtual reality rides as well. Not a bad thing. Lots of Moana in this trailer as well, actually. Would not surprise me. And given how much water is actually going to be at this park. Ooh, Tron. They showed a Tron clip. That would make sense as well, wouldn't it, if Tron was in there? So lots of Moana, potentially Tron. Definitely got an Elsa-themed castle. A lot going on. Here we go, Disneyland Abu Dhabi. I don't know if that's going to stick, but the man said it. More Elsa. Yep, there was the Avengers. Whole new world awaits. I actually dig that Aladdin nod there. Nothing else I can get out of that concept art. It looks beautiful though. So, lots to unpack there. Lots of potential. Definitely very heavy on the Elsa theming. Very heavy on the Moana. Lots of Moana in the trailer itself. Obviously there was that nod at the end to Aladdin, so we actually don't have that much Aladdin rides in any of the parks now that I think about it. Apart from the obvious one. Could they actually do that? They could actually put an actual Aladdin roller coaster in. That would be pretty spark of them if they did that. I would ride that. So let's address the elephant in the room, shall we? Now, obviously, Abu Dhabi is in the United Arab Emirates, and the human rights situation there has always been very heavily criticised. Now, it has got a lot better for a lot of groups, gradually, steadily over the last few decades. It's still got a long way to go there. There are some groups of people who might not be as safe as others in this particular location. Now, this park is obviously hasn't even broken ground yet. We don't know how long it's going to take. We don't know what's going to change in that time frame either. But so the company that's teamed up with Disney, Miral, to build this park, they've gone into this project with the full knowledge that Disney, as a company, is LGBT plus friendly. They've gone into this project, confirmed this project, started advertising this project with the full knowledge that Disney is very much has a very LGBT plus friendly community. So we don't know what's going to happen in the future. I personally have a lot of hope for it. I want this park to do well. I want this park to be inclusive to everybody. I want everyone to feel safe going there, and I want it to be a commercial as well as a cultural success. I want this project to do well. So we're going to see how things develop while this project is going on, because we don't know what's going to happen in the next few years. I'm hopeful, but it is, at the end of the day, an elephant in the room that we do need to address and talk about and think about and see how it also develops. But as I said, I'm hopeful. I'm looking at this project, I'm looking at their concept art, and it's giving me lots of good feelings. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, this is going to go well. I want these guys to do really well. I want this project to do well. I want to be able to go to this park. But at the end of the day, we have got to wait and see what happens with the human rights situations and how that develops over the next few years as well. So, it's officially been added to my bucket list. Once this place is open, I would very much like to attend if it's safe for me to do so. So yeah, see you soon, crewmates.